chapter 23 of Latin Alive Book 1, you learned already about the partitive genitive. You had a notes page that you should still have. You've got a new one this week to print out because we're going to review it. If you still need some more instruction about it, go back and look for the chapter 23 video about the partitive genitive, and you can read the chapter as well. But notes page, let's get started on this quick review. So the partitive genitive expresses a part of the larger whole. So we're going to see a lot of the when it comes to the partitive genitive, because after all, it is genitive. You may also use the partitive with ordinal numbers. And if you remember about ordinal numbers, they are first, second, third, fourth, fifth, that kind of thing. You may not use the genitive with any cardinal numbers except for the plural. And cardinal is just 1, 2, 3, 4, those kinds of things, except for the plural of mille, and we'll go over that in a second. So for cardinal numbers, instead of using the partitive, instead of using the genitive, we're going to use the preposition e or x with the ablative case. So the adjectives multus aum, many, and pauci, which means few, and remember few is always plural, also use the same construction. It's e or x with the ablative case. Now, most often the English translation when you use one of these words is of the, even though it's not genitive, right? So the adjective must agree in gender with the group for which it is part. We'll look at that in a second. Now, the case is determined by the function of the adjective, and I'm going to show you again how that works. So the function of the adjective in the sentence. So here we have pauci, right, which is our adjective. A few of the shadows are large. So pauci ex umbris sunt magna, we can tell really quick that a few of the shadows are large. A few are large. So it's behaving as the nominative here. You can see the e or x with umbris. So it's going to a few of the shadows. So it has to agree. It's behaving as the nominative, even though we are using the ablative case here. This is the only time where an adjective is not going to match with a noun in gender, case, and number. It's going to match with gender, but not in case. And see here again, we have of the shadows, a few of the shadows. So even though it's ex umbris and we don't normally see of the with the ablative, to make good English sense, we use an of the. All right. So multas in navibus mersistis. Y'all sank many. So here's the multas of the ships. Again, we see an of the construction and an e navibus. And here, y'all sank many. So it's acting as the direct object, the accusative, the victim of being sunk. So here we have the accusative. And the e navibus is in the ablative, but what is it modifying? So here, pauci is modifying the shadows. Here, y'all sank many. How many? Of what? Of the ships. So it is modifying ships there. Okay, mille. The singular of mille is, this is what I love, an indeclinable adjective. So mille is going to stay mille. Now, the singular, if you want an exact number, mille singular is used as an adjective. So meaning 1,000. And millia, plural, is used as a neuter I stem noun with the genitive. So make sure you're using your notes here and you're writing them down, because as you write them down, you're going to remember so much more than just seeing me do it and hearing me do it. But if you write this down, then you've got your notes to look back at when you're doing your homework and when you see these constructions. Okay, so mille weary. So here mille is just being used as an indeclinable, as an adjective. So it's, what is it modifying? 1,000 is modifying men. So decem millia, here we have it in plural, and it's being used, of course, virorum. It's used under I stem down with the genitive, and so we've got 10,000 men. So here we have the genitive, just like I stem noun with the genitive. And then we have millia virorum, again here, used with the genitive, and he killed 10,000s, right, of men. All right, so he killed what? He killed thousands. So it's acting as the accusative here, right? And here we have, again, the of men, and it's really sort of, we use the of, so there it is with the genitive, okay? Mille is used as a partitive, is written in the ablative with E or X, just like the other cardinal numbers. So here it's being used as an adjective, right? Here it's being used as a partitive. So just like the other cardinal numbers. So this is mille, singular, right? Or here, and then it's duo millia, 2,000. So we've got the plural here, 2,000. We've got a number here. It's because it's used as a partitive of the men. And here we have E or X, and it's telling us 2,000 of the men. So those are all the different ways that you can use the partitive and our review and about mille. So your brain should be going, oh yeah, I do remember that.